Kirby, you've thrown another bullpen, you've obviously faced hitters. How are you feeling, and just kind of what is the next step is going to be for you as you continue to get healthier and build up?
Yeah, I think health feels pretty good. There's a baseball aspect to this too. I don't think I wasn't that great before I kind of went on the IL. So there's some things I got to get back to doing, feels, and all of that stuff on the mound. And I have a little bit of time to do that, and I love kind of where it's going right now. So yeah, I think overall we're in a good spot.
What was the issue? I know that it was kind of a few different things. But Once you realized kind of what the issue was, how quickly were you able to then lock in on the mechanical side to kind of get back, whether it's the feel of your pitches, kind of where the splitter was landing, things like that?
Yeah, I think it was pretty quick. Look, I think once you kind of find it, you go out, kind of attack it and get the kind of results you're looking for. It's just about repeating that, right, over and over. So right now I'm in the process of just trying to repeat it, get those good feels back, get, kind of locked in on just having one thought out there and not 2, 3, 4, 5, you know what I mean? Just get back to having one thought going out there, attacking hitters and being able to put them away. I think, for a big portion of the year, I've been able to get to 2 strikes. I haven't been able to put guys away as effectively as I have in my career. It's been frustrating. But, I think we're getting right back to that. And I think, it's not far away from being able to be back and be dominant again.
Can you fire
some rehab games to see how that plays against hitters?
Yeah, I think the plan is, if all goes well, I'll go out on assignment on Tuesday. I don't think it's going to be very long. I'm not in control of that, obviously. But we'll just go and take it one game, one day at a time.
When you say you had 2, 3, 4 thoughts, is that because you were trying different fixes and you were thinking about that while you were pitching? What were those thoughts?
Well, I think there's a lot going on, right? First off, you got the hitter holding the bat, trying to do damage off you. 2, it's about adjustments after the previous pitch. And I think, kind of when you're going through it and you're in a rut, you don't really have that right single thought. There's a couple that are in your head. And it's just trying to kind of minimize those thoughts.
Can you fire your lower half and trust that your hamstring's not going to get aggravated again? Is this part of the equation?
Yeah, look, I think, from right now, I like the way the lower half's firing. I think, I think we're back to kind of being able to use the lower half and be explosive and not trying to manipulate the baseball a whole lot. And I feel strong. I feel like I'm in a much better spot than I was 3 weeks ago. And, at this point, I don't think anybody feels very good in the middle of August. I probably feel a lot better than some of these other guys that are going through it right now because I've had a couple breaks. But, I think overall, I think the health is good and, we're ready to roll.
What did you think about the way those 4 relievers were able to piece it together last night?
I think it's awesome. It sucks to be on the sidelines because at some point, you do feel a little bit responsible when, things go south and guys get put in situations that, that they don't come on the other side of. But on the flip side of that is that, they're getting situations that are very, very big for them. And it's kind of for like Jack and some of these other guys, it's the first time that they're getting in those situations. And I personally think they're killing it. I mean, everybody runs into you have your bad one every once in a while. I've done it, Tanner's done it, everybody that's been in that situation does it. And, that's the best way to learn. And they're learning pretty quick and they're doing a hell of a job. And, they're killing it. It's only going to make us better.
Just quickly, do you think this kind of stemmed from the hamstring injury earlier this year that maybe put a little bit pressure on your hips, things like that?
Maybe. I don't know if one thing led to another. I don't know if the health led to mechanical stuff. I don't know, how that all kind of unfolded. But, I mean, it's in the past, right? And there's nothing you can kind of do about it. You just move forward, get healthier, get better. And, standing here, I do like where I'm at. I feel like we're on to some good things and starting to repeat it and, starting to get some results that I haven't really felt in a little while. So I'm encouraged by that.
When you say rehab, maybe coming this week, is that local or do you go maybe to have to go to AAA to see?
I don't have all the logistics of everything or what's going to go on. I know I'm getting in the game probably if everything goes well Tuesday. I really don't know.
In those situations, do you need to face like a higher level, or is it really just the adrenaline of any game action?
Honestly, I don't really know. I haven't done like a rehab assignment other than Tommy John, right? So like coming back, and that's all kind of scripted, and you just kind of go through levels and that. Don't know, in the middle of the season after you've pitched in some big league games, like what's the difference between A ball and AAA? Obviously, the hitters are a lot better, but as far as like trying to accomplish what you want to accomplish, I don't really know. I've never done it before, so I can't really tell you.
Thanks, Kirby.